Well, with low pressure pretty nearby to the west, we are continuing to see some fairly heavy and quite widespread showers and localised thunderstorms as well. And that will be the theme as we go through the next few days. Thanks for clicking on to the Saturday evening edition of Vogan's European Outlook. This is the current setup. We've got a lot of unsettled weather across many parts of Europe, including the British Isles and Ireland as well. We've got an area of low pressure. This feature here has been kind of stuck to the west of the British Isles and Ireland for the last few days, and it's been, basically bubbling up the atmosphere, stirring things up. Of course, a lot of strong incoming solar radiation now at this time of the year. We're reaching the peak of summer near enough. So there's a lot of energy incoming from the sun, and of course when you've got an area of low pressure nearby, that of course creates the instability, and we see these fairly daily and heavy showers and local thunderstorms. As we skip through the next few days here, it looks as if we are going to maintain that kind of theme, that area of low pressure continuing to add the energy over the British Isles. And showers and thunderstorms today will become more widespread and potentially disruptive during the course of tomorrow. So we're going to have to keep our eye on that, because we could see some localised flooding as a result of some of these downpours. But it's actually this little feature here that's going to be very interesting later Monday and into Tuesday morning. This feature kind of develops now. This area, the main low itself, and this is what I said in the previous video, this really never gets into the UK, and the reason why is it's been held at bay by high pressure over the continent. But notice and watch this feature here as it deepens, and it could deepen down into the low 980s in millibars, which is very substantial for the time of the year, of course. And this feature could have gales associated with it and further heavy rain. Of course, southern parts of the British Isles has seen well over 200% of normal rainfall during the month of June. So the ground here is fairly wet. Of course, further north it is an opposite story, but I think over the next 24 hours with some of these showers, we're going to see a bit more in the way of an increase in soil moisture, which will be, of course, a good thing and good for the gardens. But you notice here that this feature kind of deepens down at 982 millibars, might even approach 980 millibars, which is very unusual for the time of the year. This feature kind of eventually moves onshore across the southwestern portion of the British Isles. We could see 50, 60 mile an hour winds through the Channel and along the south coast of England and Wales as well. So it could be an unusually wet and windy period later Monday through Monday night and into Tuesday morning here, and that feature is going to be fairly slow moving across the UK. Could take about 36 hours for the actual centre to kind of move up into the Norwegian Sea, again because of firm blocking over the continent. It's just slowing everything down, these blocking areas of high pressure. So we're going to maintain a fairly cool theme underneath this area of low pressure. Temperatures really anywhere in the British Isles could remain in the teens. So I'm kind of watching during the day on Tuesday for the highest temperature in the UK. We may have a hard time getting much above 20 Celsius anywhere in the UK. So a relatively cool day by early July standards, and we'll keep an eye on that as well. But this feature eventually moves away, but it takes a sweet old time doing so. In fact, it takes us to Thursday of the upcoming work week for things to kind of calm down. We'll start to see heights building over the British Isles, so that kind of starts to add somewhat of a cap in the atmosphere, easing the showers down. So the intensity, the widespread nature of these showers should start to wane, hopefully. Then we'll start to see a little bit of an attempt at high pressure building in, but you notice the area of low pressure never really moves along, and again it's trapped because of high pressure. So high pressure itself, in a sense, can't move in because of this area of low pressure stuck in place due to this Scandinavian high. But we're also keeping our eyes on this feature here to the south of Greenland, by the time we reach the end of the week and into next weekend, this feature could have impacts on particularly the northwestern half of the British Isles. Now, we're watching the scenario. Once you start to see this low deep in south of Iceland, we've got an area of high pressure to the south of the UK. We may start to see warmer conditions across the UK and Ireland because, of course, we start to tap into a southwesterly airflow. But I think any kind of warmth, fairly short-lived, and it will be mainly across England and Wales, because we're going to, of course, see this frontal system bringing wind and rain into the northwestern half of the UK. And I think eventually that front pushes right across the UK, generally speaking. Then we've got another feature that comes in. So, do you know, July is actually looking as if it wants to, at least through the first half of the month, maintain this fairly unsettled theme, and I don't really see anything major in terms of heat, certainly at least through the middle portion of the month. So certainly an interesting couple of days to come, especially Monday night into Tuesday, with that area of low pressure coming in from the southwest. We'll keep an eye on that, see how strong the winds are, and of course how much rain falls. That's it for today. Hope you have a great day. Back in the next couple of days with more. Bye for now.